in about 15 minutes. Then both of you two can also ask yourself questions. Then we'll have members of the audience too having questions they want to ask you, they will also ask you. We'll have 1 hour to do this. So I welcome you. This program is streamed live and is also being recorded. So I want to welcome you once again to the program. I think we'll begin from Mr. Philip. Mr. Philip, we'll begin from you, then we'll go to Dr. Godwin in that order. We'll give each person 15 minutes to talk about their candidates and their party and why the electorate should actually support you and vote for your candidates. Are we good like that?
Yeah, I'm okay.
I'm cool.
Okay. So go ahead, Dr. Philip.
Thank you very much. My name is Eigbe. I'm the CEO of Centenary Limited, going to I will call. I'm not. When you say, I don't want to actually call myself a party man because I try as much as possible to out for candidates with ideas and ideology that I believe in. So if I find that candidate LP, find it PDP, any other party, I try as much as possible to support that candidate. You know, it's just like what we did in during the presidential election. I was a strong supporter of His Excellency Peter Odii. And when it came to that particular election, I campaigned vigorously, both online and offline. And I ensured that myself and my entire household and all friends voted for Peter. But when you say voted LP, Labour Party in that particular election, in all vote for presidential, Senate, and House of Reps. And when it now comes to my state, now for example, I find out that I've looked at all the candidates and going by what first of all, one of the reasons I supported Peter Obi was that I felt that after 25 years, the Southeast should produce the next candidate. And since they also have a very prominent, qualified candidate, Peter Obi, I didn't see why PDP should not have given him that soft land to, fly that. So when he first agreed, when we first agreed, we're the first to advise Peter. If I go back to some of my posting in X, Twitter, we're the first to advise him to go to any party, and eventually he opted for Labour, and we all trust. So we are now in the March again, and I believe that many of us needed to have stayed away from politics, and because of that, we have had all kind of color coming to, draw policies, and that is where we are today, because people with character, who with capacity, who with competence, who are competent, have stayed away from politics, allowing all kind of to take over, and because of that, the country where we are. So it's just like Godwin of Asek. When Oshomole, I was a strong supporter of Oshomole, very strong supporter of Oshomole. And when Oshomole eventually brought on Godwin of Asek, initially I thought it was the third-term agenda of Oshomole. And I was vehemently against the candidate. history of the Godwin until the first time I actually listened to Godwin was the debate, the governorship debate between him and Ehiziojie. And the moment he spoke, the moment he answered some question, you know, there's some. I said, in fact, I shouted, "That is my God, that is my God." And since then, I've been a supporter of Godwin, and I can say wholeheartedly, he has not disappointed me at all. You know, going by what he has done in the past 8 years. I'm not here to talk about Godwin. I'm here to talk about that thing. When it came down to Edo State election, on the streets, if I'm a street man, on the street, you feel the impulse that the governorship should go to Edo Center. I met an Igbo pharmacist long before even the emergency department, and he told me even if it's a gorilla that is going to come out from this center, that's who's going to vote for, because he feels that the governorship should go to this center. And so, I'm an Issa man, a very proud Issa man. And I also believe that, yes, after 25 years, the governorship should also go to Eastern Central, Edo Central. So, when Asolo eventually came up as the PDP candidate, I did not support, at the beginning of this election, I did not support Aslen. I supported Aslen Ujeda. Aslen Ujeda is my friend. We sit down, we drink, we eat together. So I supported him because I also believe that Aslen had what it takes, you know, to lead the state in terms of when it comes to political experience, when it comes to farm management, when it comes to building bridge across. I felt Aslen had, so I supported Aslen until after the primary. And when he lost at the primary, I told him, I believe in this aspiration, and we have a very good candidate in Aslen. And so I'm going to support him. I never supported him going to court, never supported him taking this case further. You know, so talking about Aslen, the moment I started to look, I took my time to look at who is this man. I saw a publication sometime before last year. I think it was this day, the rise and ride of Aslen. And I took time to read. I started to do my own personal investigation and I find out this was a candidate who I believe can take those from this level where we are to a next level, you know. And so because of that, I threw my weight behind. Not because I be the people, because I believe that he has the capacity, he has the confidence, he's very qualified, and he has the pedigree and experience to take Edo State to the next level. I have met him personally, I have interacted with him, and I said, yeah, this is the kind of person who wants to be. So because of that, I've said, talking about, anytime I talk about Aslen, it excites me because in doing my research, it was my friend in Abuja who first called and said, hey, do you know who this man is? I said, no, that's not about him. He said, do you know what Nigerian sovereign wealth fund is? I said, yes. He said, okay, this is the one that has managed the Nigerian sovereign wealth fund for the past 4 years under the Buhari regime. He said, sovereign wealth fund, when you make deduction from federal, state, and local government, they put it in a fund and it money. Apart from that, it's the chairman for so many companies. Many of us who are listening, we agree with me that when it comes to hello.
Yes, go on. Sorry.
Yes. he now told me, apart from just being the chairman of the Nigerian Bureau, he is the only black man on the board of Henneke worldwide. And when he first threw in his nomination, the board of Henneke was Eigbe. Wow. What do you want to contest for president of the country? He said no. Is it Lagos State? He said no. He said Edo State. They look at the budget of Edo State. So why? He said, well, it's not a question of budget. It's a question of giving back to my people. I've been around. I've been in so many places. It's hard time. At my age, I still have strength. I still have the capacity. I still have the energy to give back to my people. You see, at my small level, I can affect maybe 5,000 people. That's a governor. I find I can touch the life of 5 million. So I want to contest the governor of Edo because I know I have so much. I can give something to them. And what does he want? He said, path to prosperity. Talking about his manifesto. He said, path to prosperity. Yes. I am one of those people who firmly believe that Nigeria has no business with poverty. It's a country that is blessed. You eat mango, you throw it away, it will grow on its own. You don't need to put fertilizer. So what business have we to do with hunger? What business have we to do with poverty? We have Edo State is sitting on the gas reserve, one of the largest gas reserve in the country. And yet we are so poor. This gas has been consistently, because I'm also involved in gas plant project. I've been involved in gas plant projects as far back as 1997. I was involved in the NLNG phase 1 base project, phase 1 to 3. And I was the project manager for Panoshen NMPC gas plant in about 130 million cubic metric capacity of gas plant. I'm also involved in the upcoming VTT LNG Gele gas plant. So I know that company like UB has been flaring gas for close to 40 years. These are prosperity that just being wasted, are being born on daily basis. And we are looking for that leader who can harness these resources to benefit the people. And I've looked among all of them. I talked about purposeful leadership. That's where I belong to. We believe who was a purposeful leadership, who can chart a way for prosperity for Edo people. Among all these candidates, I looked at it and I said, Asuleme Udalo has that experience. Asuleme Udalo has that capacity. Asuleme Udalo is competent. Asuleme has that reach. That reach is very important as a leader to have that reach, that connection, that contact in the financial world. When I started to listen to Asuleme, I knew that this is the man that can take Edo State to a prosperous land. You know, in the last meeting I had with him, it was a diaspora Zoom meeting like this. He talked about the floating Pharm worldwide. He said, and somebody was talking about what is your plan for Road? What's your plan for Benin Road? He said, it's a federal road. What is wrong with you that is calling from Florida? How many kind of roads do you have in America? The guy said, we have county road, we have state road, we have federal road. He said, what is wrong with Edo State building a road from Benin City to Okpila? State road. He said, what you need to, he said, I don't need to build with Edo State money. I know people to reach out who will bring their fund. Once they have confidence in the governor, in the leadership of the state, they will bring their fund to do that project. They will put toll gate and collect their money. It could be arranged, a PPP, it could be build, operate and transfer. It could be any of those kind of arrangements. For the next 25, 30 years, they recover their money. He says, so I don't need to waste my resources on fixing federal government. I will embark on a brand new state road, 6 lane. It is possible. He said, you have it in America, you have it all over the world. Why can't we have it? So these are some of my interaction with him. These are some of the things that have endeared me to the person. I know he has what it takes to take it. He's not looking for, we know they'll say it's never, wet is never enough. But I know that if he was actually looking for more money, there's no need for me to sit down on the avenue.
Less than,
so gentlemen, I strongly believe that as we go on, I will talk more of the reasons why Aswen Udalo is the man the car fixed. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Very loud and clear. Thank you very much for your contributions. Basically, you have touched on very sensitive issues. The issue of power shifts for equity, fairness, and justice, which will be on the front burner of the election. And of course, most importantly for the people, capacity. So thank you very much for your contribution. We'll allow Dr. Godwin Iriase now to tell the people why it is the Labour Party government that we should give our votes to. So Dr. Godwin, please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Moderator. And let me quickly introduce myself. I am Dr. Godwin Akhigbe. I'm a pharmacist by profession, and I just retired last year from a State Hospital Management Agency as a director of the pharmaceutical services. And just before the Labour Party presidential primaries, I joined Labour Party. I joined it because I had the belief that the two parties that Nigeria knows so much, APC and PDP, they have messed up the whole system. They have polluted the whole system such that Nigerians don't even know what is good again. You see, the parties have been in power, although at different times. The PDP, I think, was in power 8 years of Obasanjo. Yaradua, Goodluck Jonathan, about, I think, 6 years or thereabout. Then they left there, giving the baton to Muhammad Buhari, Alhaji Major General Muhammadu Buhari. Buhari, 8 years, messed up the old system. As a matter of fact, when Jonathan was in power, I was one of those people that really felt that we were not having enough from his government, only to be disappointed seeing the successor, Buhari, messed up the whole system. This bag of rice we were buying for maybe 7,000 or 8,000 that Nigeria were complaining about. He came there and the thing, skyrocketed. And some other things, nepotism, corruption. When he first came as a military leader, I think 1981 or thereabout, most people, including me, thought that he would be coming without, energy, not knowing that the power behind them, the power behind the regime then was the late the chief of the chief of the Supreme Headquarters, and what's the name again? So was the power behind his government. So when he came, I was one of the people that really campaigned for him, supported him, only to be disappointed. Okay, he left there. When he left there, the next when the election came up, the election of the 2023 before the primaries, yes, Obi was to contest under PDP platform. But there are some issues that pushed him away from that place. And when he came into a Labour Party, he was giving him, mammoth support because people saw him because of his antecedent when he was the governor of Anambra State. He did so well, so much so that the people who were even were in opposition supported him. And just before then, I entered Labour Party. When I entered Labour Party, the election, there was a lot of disappointment. People were, disappointed because the result of the election did not conform with the people's vote. It was a clear, incredible election, very unfair, and people were disappointed. So now, back to the issue at hand now, Edo State. As a matter of fact, because Mr. Philip mentioned the issue before the primaries, I was for Eastern agenda. People can bear me witness. Spartacus, Sam Abuma, I joined them in this democratic coalition. We are pushing for Eastern agenda. But the problem I had with the people, the Asian aspirants in that Labour Party, Ulifun, Riceman, and the rest of them. Actually, I was pushing for Ulifun. Ulifun was my candidate. But I said this thing, I can still recollect. I told people, I said, look, in this Asian agenda, I support it because I believe that after Oshomole from Edo North, then Obaseki from Edo South, then the next thing, fairly, should go to Edo Central. That was the energy I put into this into Asian agenda. But unfortunately, the aspirants were working against each other. I told them, and some of the fora, I happen to have one or two things to say. I said, look, in these primaries, Labour Party primaries, if more than 2 Asian aspirants contest, they will lose it to a non-Asian man. And that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. You can't imagine when 2 aspirants from Edo South and there are about 6 or 7 aspirants from Edo Central. I mean, it's so obvious. There is no way they can win that election. More so when Olumide Akpata was gaining momentum. It was very clear. Yet, I was still pushing for Asian agenda. Because one would think that, they should put their house in order. Let 1 or 2 persons. Olifin came out before most of them. Kingsley Olifin came out before most of them. But unfortunately, people joined Labour Party and they messed up the whole water. The whole water became, muddy. And before the primary, some of them even had to throw in the toilet, paving way for Olumide Akpata to emerge. And I said it again. I said, look, as a party man, I'm a party man. I follow the dictates of the party, the issue, the party elders, whatever they declare, because I know that in an atmosphere of confusion, you cannot go far in an election. If a party is divided, there's no way. Then I foresaw it. I say, as a party man, yes, I'm for Asian agenda, but if it happens that a non-Asian man, gets the ticket, I will go for it. I will support. That's exactly what happened. Olumide Akpata emerged in a credible primaries, in a fair primaries. He emerged. So I gave my support to him. So when you look at Edo State today, you will agree with me that a lot of things are going wrong. I happen to be a government worker. I retired last year, June. So I know what is happening, especially in the health sector. You cannot beat me. I know exactly what is happening there. So if a governor pays much emphasis, things that building hotels, destroying a hospital that's centrally located in the heart of Benin, at Central Road there. I don't think that man doesn't have the love of the people at heart, because it's just that's the issue I have most of the time with people who come from private sector. They don't think to resonate with the people suffering. They don't know what is happening. They don't know what is happening. People, can you just imagine? Look at this scenario: a sick woman that is dying, coming all the way from maybe Govazua, or coming all the way from Rokosa. You are taking him to Central Hospital. Then you destroy the whole hospital. Now you move it to Salabasoja. When the Salabasoja is not ready, and that hospital may not be ready until he leaves there. So it is disheartening and very, very disappointing that a governor who doesn't sync with the people is leading, is just doing something arbitrarily. He will not make enough consultation. We just making taking decisions and mess up the whole health sector. He's building hotel, and we don't have good roads in Benin. We are in the rains now. You can look at the roads in Benin roads, messed up. I can mention instances, roads that they are not manageable at all. They are not manageable at all. But he thinks, as a governor, that hotel is a priority. It's not a priority. Okay, he destroyed that place. He now the hospital that is in Ring Road now, the Edo Specialist Hospital, is for the bourgeois. How many people can afford it? Getting there, they'll ask you to collect card. I'm on 10,000 naira. But in the old Central Hospital that was centrally located, that everybody can access. I think before they left there, they obtaining a card was no more than maybe 600 naira. So you can see, before they eventually removed Central Hospital, the two of them were coexisting in that same place. He made sure that he frustrated people. So if you go to Central Hospital, government-owned hospital, you hardly see doctor to attend to you. Then you go to Edo State Specialist Hospital, they are waiting there. So it's the approach to public, public facilities is very dismal. It's not good enough. So when Olumide Akpata came, he came with his antecedent. He was a chairman of president of Nigeria Bar Association, and he did a lot. Even up to this moment, his colleagues were saying they are still praising him, giving testimonies of what he did for them. So you can see the problem I have with Ighodalo is that he is going to come. In fact, his tenure is going to be Obaseki's third term. That's just the fact. That's just the fact. Coming from the public, from the private sector, is going to mess up the whole thing. They don't have they don't have consideration for the masses. It's the only thing they know is making profit. That's the issue I have with Ighodalo. That's the issue I have with Ighodalo. But I see in Olumide Akpata, I see a different thing. That's why I'm really rooting for him, because I know, besides having the capacity, he's competent, considering his background. So that's the way I see it. So the issue of actually coming, being, I mean, because Obaseki is the godfather, and we know what those same people suffer in the hands of Godfather. If you look at the APC man too, he has said it not once, not twice, that he's going to do whatever the Godfathers ask him to do. So that man is a bad market. That one shouldn't be considered in the first place. That's Monday. It is not at all. He doesn't have what it takes to take Edo State to the next level. Olumide Akpata is the man considering his accident and what he has for Edo State, what he has put on the table. So I want to urge everybody that Olumide Akpata is the man that we should vote for. He's the man that is right. I was privileged to be in Uniben last Sunday. Yes, last Sunday, when he came to speak to the pharmacists, that's the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria. He gave us assurance, and we believe him because we know what he can do. The man of God. When he was leaving the NBA, he left 1.5 billion. Even some state governors, some of them could not leave so much. They left billions of debts to their successor. So Olumide Akpata is the man. Olumide Akpata is the man. So I want to urge Edo people that they should not be deceived. They should not vote for Aswe. Aswe will continue in the path of Obaseki. Obaseki is always signing MOU. We don't want MOU. Edo people have their eyes are open now. MOU don't take us anywhere.
Can we please? Yes, that is in 15 minutes. Let's take to time.
So yeah, so please, that is my take. Olumide Akpata is the top dog. Is the top dog in this election. Is the top dog. That is why, if you see a lot of things. Okay, I will stop here. Let me not take much of your time. I will stop here. Thank you very much.
Your time is up. Thank you very much, sir. You have talked about two major things. You have talked about the bad leadership we have experienced before now from the parties that have been given the opportunities to govern us. And you also mentioned capacity too for Barrister Olumide.
Yes, he has it. Yes.
Very much. I will quickly ask both of you one question each, which you will answer in before I allow you to ask yourself questions. I will start from Mr. Philip. Mr. Philip, I wanted to throw some light on how you think you can defend this general perception of the poor performance of the previous government, previous political parties haven't given the opportunity to govern us. They have really not taken Nigerians to where they expected in democracy. So how do you think this will not work against your candidate? In 3 minutes, sir.
Okay, you see, as I said in my opening remarks, I said I'm not really a party. I believe in the capacity of individual candidates. If I need to, I would have loved to respond to so many issues you raised about Godwin of us, because I am a strong believer that Godwin of Obaseki has done excellently well. In every forum I've found myself, I said, I always tell people, because Obaseki is a fantastic governor and he has done fantastically well in Edo State. There are issues which he raised. You see, I immediately sense the background of Dr. Iriase. There is nowhere in the world where health is free. There's no free health anywhere. People must pay for it. And one of the way Godwin Obaseki has been able to, to ameliorate the effect, the expensive nature of health, was to bring what we call the health insurance scheme. I'm not a civil servant. My wife is. And I tell you, the last time I'm covered under my wife's insurance. My 4 children are covered under my wife's insurance. I was surprised that I went to the hospital and I did all check, prostate check, cholesterol check, which I normally do once a year. I went to the private hospital she was assigned to. I did all these tests, blood count, blood sugar. I did everything. My daughter also went for malaria treatment. And at the end of the day, we paid 1,100 naira. I said, wow, is this what this health insurance is all about? This is what normally would have taken me close to 150,000 naira to do. The health insurance covered it under my wife. So when people talk about Obaseki, yes, he make mention of something. Government should be run profitably. Government shouldn't be run at a loss. People believe that nothing is free. Education isn't free. Good education is not free. Good health is not free. But we are used to free things in this country that when you now want, talking about the specialist hospital, which the Iriase, that hospital is over 60, was built by the colonial administration.
Round up in 1 minute, sir.
Okay, so please, as I said, a party man, I look at individual. Just the way I followed Peter Obi to Labour Party, I have followed now Dr. Swelime Ighodalo, who I believe have the competence and capacity to PDP. If tomorrow I find another candidate in NNPP who I believe can deliver, I will support that candidate.
Thank you very much. You discard the political parties and look at the individual.
Yes.
Okay, do people are hearing you? Dr. Godwin. Now,
Yes.
this issue that was earlier mentioned of power shift, which you two identified in your presentation, is actually
Yes.
a very big one in the present elections. So now, with the mindset that people had that this power should actually shift to Edo Central for equity before the primaries, which was very strong, you know, what do you think? And you know what Edo people position is when it comes to decision making in electoral process. Once they have made up their mind on what they want to do, they don't go back on it. Don't you think that people are going to go into the elections with this mindset that the power should actually shift to Edo Central? Don't you think so? I don't think that will work against your party.
Yeah, thank you very much. I don't think so. Edo people are wiser now. What Edo people want now, let me tell you candidly, they want an environment where they thrive in their business, in their economic activities. They don't care where the governor comes from. That's just the truth. As I said earlier, I supported a agenda. When you want to help people who are not helping themselves, what do? Can you kill yourself? They messed up the whole waters. I said, if 1 or 2 persons will participate in that primary, good. But if more than 2, that's exactly. So now, Edo people, I hope that my co-debater is not supporting Aswe because Aswe is from Esa, because he said he's a supporter of Esa agenda. If you discover, look at what we are suffering today. The Yoruba people now, they supported Tinubu, but I will tell you now, if there's any demonstration or protest, it will start from Lagos. But there is people, because they have seen that if you don't vote for tribal and ethnic sentiment, religious sentiment, they don't help us in this country. Give your vote to the right man. Give your vote to the man that you think can help us. A man that that will take the state to the next level. Aswe Godaro will not do better than Obaseki. And the way the Edo people now, they are tired of signing MOUs. Which people MOU, they help us. Obaseki signed MOUs, money, tens of them. But what has it helped us? It's always biting more than it can chew. He has more than 10 projects at the same time. Things don't work that way. MOUs all over the place. Edo people want a leader that will give them, that will lead them, that will give them the environment to thrive. They want a leader that will create jobs. They want a leader that will construct roads. They want a leader that will ensure that things are done right. Look at the roads. Some of the roads that Obaseki constructed. Look at the one at Adolo. Messed up. So you can see, so Edo people, they are not interested in ethnicity or tribalism or whatever. They want a leader that can work, and Barrister Olumide Osaigbowo-Akpata is the guy. He's the guy. So that is, we don't be beating about the bush. He's the guy. So Edo and anywhere he goes for campaign, you see Mahmoud crowd. This is organic crowd, not be the one that they buy.
The time is up. Thank you.
So, thank you very much.
Yes, at this point, we will allow each of you to ask yourselves one question each, which you respond to 2 in 3 minutes. I will ask Mr. Philip Ehiziojie first to ask you, then you will also ask him. Please, Mr. Philip, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to ask Dr. Iriase, what is your own understanding of good governance?
Of good governance?
Yes, what is your understanding of good governance? Because one thing I've come to see about us is that we become used to bad governance over the years that even when we now see a good one, we have failed to recognize. Obaseki stands out among all the governors in this country. He's a fantastic governor. He has done excellently well. If I'm to start enumerating, I would have to educate you on the advantages and the benefits of all the modules. But
allow him, sir, to answer your question.
So that is what I'm asking.
Okay. Yes. My understanding. Yes.
Asking what good governance is. So let us hear.
Yes. My understanding of good governance is, providing for the people what will better their life, making sure things are done orderly, ensuring that jobs are there for people who don't have jobs, good roads for people, farmers coming from the hinterland or from the rural area into bringing their produce to the city, making sure things are done normally and everybody is happy. But I want to quickly correct this. You said free health. There's no free health in Edo State. Every patient that goes into maybe Edo specialists or central hospital, they settle their bill.
So there's
free health. I'm coming. The NHS Obaseki started. How many people has it captured? How many people has it captured? So please, governance is giving the people what they will better their life, or that make sure to have good, good life. That is governance. In good atmosphere, an atmosphere of peace and tranquility. That is governance. That is what Olumide Akpata is ready to give to the people of Edo State. And they are yearning for him. Thank you.
Okay. Dr. Godwin, please go ahead and ask Philip your question.
So, okay, I want to ask Mr. Philip, my co-debater, which one do you prefer? Do you prefer an ASA man, because of the ASA agenda you so much love, who doesn't have capacity, who is not, who is not competent, to a man that is competent, a man that is ready to lead Edo right, and it's not from ASA. Looking at our present scenario, Tinubu is there. Is from the southwest.
Dr. Iriase,
we see that I'm coming, and we see that we are all suffering now. That we can't hide it. We are all suffering. Nigeria are suffering now with the high cost of living and the rest thing. So which one do you prefer? ASA agenda with a candidate that will follow the footsteps of Obaseki, or a candidate that's not from ASA that is ready to put Edo State in a pedestal that will become a signature of all eyes. Look at what is happening in Abia State. It's a Labour Party candidate. It's a Labour Party candidate. See what is happening there. So it's a good, what is going to happen in Edo State if eventually Onudabraga comes on board, when he occupies Osadebe Avenue, is what is happening in Abia now. So my co-debater, just help me answer the question.
Let me answer. First of all, I am not supporting Asulume Udalo because he's my
No, sorry, you said now because you are a ASA man.
Yes, I'm an ASA man. I told you.
You said it's their turn. Is this turn by turn now?
No. You didn't get me right. I never said it's turn by turn. I said,
let's hear him explain.
Candidate.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
He stands out in terms of capacity, in terms of experience, in terms of pedigree, in terms of competence. And I don't even see him as a yes man. So the question of godfatherism, it doesn't come in at all. Or basically respect Asurime Ighodalo because he know who he is. Are you with me? So in answering your question, I'm not supporting Asurime Ighodalo because he's my fellow Isaman. I'm supporting him because he is more qualified among all the present candidates. I'm talking about OT. What you people, what is happening in Abia State has already happened in Edo State. Obaseki, in his first tenure, undertook generation, transmission, and distribution of 51 megawatt power, which was allowed by the law as at that time. And today, Osium power plant is being expanded to 90 megawatts. What OT commission was started 12 years ago. He never built, he never transmitted. He commissioned 181 megawatt electricity that was built by Professor Batunanji. So let's get something right. There's no way you can build 181 megawatt electricity power plant in 12 months. So let's not wallow in ignorance. Let's look at fact. Do you know another company? Do you know a company called Nosak? Pharm produce? They are as big as Okomu oil plant. They are as big as Presco. Obaseki brought them into Edo State and they are producing already. It's part of the MOU. Do you know Greenville? Do you know Edo Refinery? All these are brought in by MOU. We want a profitable governance, and that's what Aswell we bring. We don't want a liability. We want, in terms of employment generation, no state compared to Edo State. No state at all. In terms of employment, when it comes to infrastructural development, do you know?
I disagree with you, Mr. Philip.
Hold on. Do you know a community called Ajoki? Have you been to Ajoki community? Hello, sir.
No.
Okay. There's a community. This Ajoki community are the one responsible for. When you say Edo State is oil producing, Ajoki community is one of the community that is producing the oil Edo State is known for. All to the time of Obaseki, there is no road to Ajoki. If you want to go to Ajoki community, you go through Cocoa Delta State. You now enter Pontu, Badge. They now drive you across before you go to the community. But today, Obaseki has linked up Ajoki community to Edo State through Ikpako area. Have you been have you crossed Opasakomba of recent? Have you been to a community called Oben, another oil producing community? I need you to go and see the 45 kilometers Africa Benin has done to link to urban community. So when we talk about people-oriented, project-driven, this is what Obaseki stands for. Upper Ajesua, people already ran away from it. Obaseki did it. People have come back there, able to go without people. But we're sacked by flood and erosion. Go and see what's going on there now. So when you talk about, yes, I want Asulime to come to continue from where Obaseki stopped.
No,
Obaseki,
that's why I disagree with you.
Yes, Obaseki has 35 years development master plan, and it is
I think you have had your time.
Okay. Thank you.
Please, Mr. Moderator, I want to quickly respond to one or two things he said.
So 1 minute. We have about 7 minutes to go. 7 minutes more to go on this program. What we'll do in that 7 minutes, I will just give each of you 2 minutes.
Mr. Buenfo, sorry to cut you short. You can stay till 7:30. I've delayed the next meeting by 30 minutes. Wow.
That will have good to know that we have up to 7:30. So if that is the case, then we will allow
up to 9:30.
interesting night and a very So we'll allow another 10 minutes for you guys to educate us on why we should vote for your political party. So Dr. Iriase, you have 10 minutes, just 10 minutes from now, please. Go ahead. Hello, Dr. Iriase, can you hear me?
Okay, all right. I want to quickly respond to one or two issues my co-debater raised. The issue of Godfather, I hope he's aware of what is happening in Rivers State.
Of course, I'm very much aware.
Because, you know, when a man is looking for power, he will pretend to be, very peaceful, gentle. Let him get power. This is exactly what is happening. Because I'm coming. We can undermine Bara.
But it did not turn out to be so.
I'm coming. No, wait. I'm getting at something. We can undermine Fubara. And look at it. What is happening now? Because and in an atmosphere of this confusion and what have you, there cannot be any meaningful progress or economic development. They are troubling him now. Yes, he has raised the game, but Wike, being what he is, he has further power because you cannot even say now whether he's in the PDP or he has joined APC. He's torturing Fubara. Yes, Fubara is the governor today, but does he have the power to really, to execute some of the projects he wants to do? Because he has a house that is not with him because of this usual Godfather reason. So that is one of the reasons why I feel that a man like Barrister Akpata, Olumide Akpata, that has no Godfather, no one can come out now to say, yes, I'm the one pushing him. But look at the APC man. He has said it. He said it with his mouth that, yes, he's for the party leader and whatever they tell him to do, he will do. And the problem with Aswe, yes, Aswe may be, pretending now, but I know that Obaseki will have his mumu button. Just let it be like that, because he knows he has been before him. There are certain things he will tell him. If he doesn't do it, problem will start. Then you see, Edo say we start, we become another river state. That's what we don't have. Edo people, they don't want that. It nearly happened with Obaseki and Oshomole. We saw what happened. Oshomole first came and said, no, it is Obaseki. The second time, he said, no, it should go to Ehiziojie. Are we so docile that we don't know what we want? Edo people are wiser now. They know where their bread is buttered. It is Akpata they are rooting for. And so I'm not surprised when there's the PDP people and they started, destroying the billboards. Is that how democracy is run? So please, my co-debater, yes, you may be, because you are an ESA agenda, I will sympathize with you, I understand with you, but Edo people will not vote for ESA agenda you are talking about. Is subsumed in the total Edo agenda. No, every place, every central district has its own agenda. I'm from Afeman. I'm from AVOC in Oman West. We have our own agenda. Igara people, they have their own agenda. ESACO, they have their own agenda. ESA has their own agenda. But no agenda is going to be rubbish. They are all put together to make a Edo agenda. When Olumide Akpata comes in, he knows how to deal with it. And there will be peace everywhere. No region, no side, no agenda will be pushed down or pushed behind. Everything will run normal. So please, just agree with me that a man like Obaseki is the sole point in Aswe Ogodalo's pursuit of Edo Osadebe Avenue. When you talk of Aswe, there's no way you cannot link him with Obaseki, because he's the one that brought him. You know that PDP is in tatters now because of what Obaseki did. Their primaries was so rancorous that even his own deputy was removed from there. So you can see that it's a confusion. When he was in APC, the same thing. They had accommodated him in PDP. He scattered PDP again. So all of them, they are biting their fingers now. They are regretting why they gave him that ticket. So it is so. So I don't want a situation where Edo people, instead of them to be involved in economic activities, they will be crying, oh, we don't know whether our governor, whether our boss. No. Edo is tired. Edo wants a man, a leader that will put things right in an atmosphere of peace and tranquility, everything will be moving fine. We want Bartholomew Akwata is a man. He has the grace. He has the grace. So wherever he goes now, people see mammoth crowd following all over the place. Even he went to Isha, you can see. If you watch that video, I don't have it with me here. I will have shown you. You see that the people, Isha people, they know where their buried with daughter. They know. It's not a matter of this is our son. Who is going to work for Edo people? Who is going to push the state and push it to make wealth, to prosper, to prosperity? They know it's Olumide Akwata. The antecedent is there. When Aswe was in Guinness, he was the last chairman of Guinness. Is Guinness not packing up out of Nigeria now? If he really did what he ought to do.
He was never in Guinness.
He was never in Guinness. Sorry, MB, Nigerian Bureau, sorry. So the thing is that we know.
I just drinking a bottle.
The Edo State is looking forward to vote
Dr. Godwin
because he's the man. Now the guy be that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Okay, yeah. Mr. Philip Ehiziojie, so please go. 10 minutes.
You know, I've listened to my co-debater, and first of all, I hate sympathy, so don't sympathize with me in any way. I believe I have, you see, I have penchant for good governance, and because of that, in every situation I found myself in this country, I've always had peace within myself. He was a strong supporter of Buhari. I never, from day one, I never supported Buhari. I cried from the rooftop, telling people, trying to educate people, just as I'm doing now, that this Buhari is not it. It's even better for you to vote for the name Good Luck than to vote for this man who is an ethnocentric, who is a religious bigot. The people choose that as a then, oh, they needed a strong man. And what did we get? We got a strong man. And here we are. When it came to the time of Tinubu, I never supported Tinubu. I supported wholeheartedly my entire household. My daughter, I got my daughter to register and she voted for the first time. As soon as she turned 18, I took her to INEC to register. My son did the previous year. My daughter, I took her to INEC to register. And when the day of voting came, and we all went, myself, my wife, my son, my daughter, we all went, and we voted Labour Party from top to bottom. And today, I have to see myself because I knew that I did the right thing. Even if Peter Odii was separatized, I have peace within myself. So again, is a no state. I have penchant for good governance, and I have looked at all of them, and I believe that I believe in profitable governance. I don't believe in liability. Of Aswe Udalo, point of correction was never in Guinea. He was the chairman.
No, I said MBA. That's in Nigerian views.
He was the
chairman. I later corrected myself.
He was the chairman of Komu Oil. He was the chairman of Dangote. He's the chairman of blue chip company. And so he knows what it means to be at the driving seat. He knows what it means to be a boardroom guru, a boardroom player.
Obaseki came from private sector too.
Done. And Obaseki has done excellently well. Hold on, it's my time. It's my time. I want to take you on some of your points you raised about Obaseki.
Okay. Sorry for the interruption.
Have you been to a geographical information system to go and do so?
I got CEO for my land.
Are you impressed? How long was it taking you to do CFO before the advent of Obaseki geographical information system? Can you answer me, please?
You said?
How long was it taking you to do CFO before the advent? I'm taking you on orderliness, point by point now.
No, it was during his reign. It was his time. I did it about 2 years ago. So
that's what I'm telling you. Before Obaseki, before the creation of the Tribal Commission,
before then, I wouldn't know because I didn't have opportunity to go there.
For most of us listening, you can apply for COFO. You will pay over ₦1 million to 2 million naira. It will take over 2 years for you to get it. But today, Obaseki has made it seamless. You go there, you don't give nobody money. You apply for your COFO, you pay if you show your tax certificate, your tax clearance, they do it for you. Did anybody did you pay a short corner to do it? The answer obviously is no. So I'm taking you about all that in it. Do you know what's EDO jobs?
Obaseki is not going to be on the ballot.
No, I'm asking you, do you know what's EDO
job? No,
Obaseki
going to be on the ballot?
Because government is continuous.
It's Obaseki. Yes. It is after that will be on the ballot.
EDO jobs. I want to tell you something. I have a nephew. My nephew finished University of Agriculture, Abeokuta. He had a 2-way, and he got it. He didn't have any job to do, so he was working with microfinance in Lagos. And he did a good job, and he applied for it. He was called for interview. He didn't know nobody. He didn't meet me. He didn't meet anybody. He went for this stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. Wow, he's been employed in those stage civil service, Ministry of Agriculture. And when I met him last night, the young man is busy. How did you do it? He said, I went for the interview and I was taken. So I want to tell you what Obaseki has done. Obaseki has been able to take governance back to the people. A situation where we go before, they share all these jobs among politicians and political jobbers is no longer there. You now apply directly for the Ministry of Job, you get the job, you don't need to know nobody. For most of us in this platform, you will bear me witness that is what is happening. It's the same thing with Edo State School of Nursing Science. I can go on, but right now, we're not talking about Pastor, we're talking about Asulime Ighodalo. And anytime I talk about Dr. Asulime Ighodalo, it excites me because I know that, yes, I have put my eggs again in this basket where it is safe. So even if at the end of the day, Aswen does not win, I will go to bed sleeping well because I know I have done the right thing. Actually, man, I don't want to discredit any candidate. I don't want to talk about Olumide Akpata because it's a candidate. I don't want to talk about Modi Operu, who is my brother. I'm from Iraq. So Modi Operu is my brother. I would have, so if people were talking about Isha, ethnicity, I told somebody, as if Aswen Blume was not on the ballot box, and I looked at capability, I said, I will vote Olumide Akpata. But right now, we have Dr. Asulime Ighodalo, a man who is capable, a man who is competent, a man who has seen it all, and has made profit for his organization. That is the man I want to, as if I was to employ somebody I want an MD CEO for Octopus Engineering Limited. Among these people, who will I choose? I want to make profit. I want to get more jobs. As obviously, I will go for Dr. Asulime Ighodalo. I will not go for any other person because this is the man who has the pedigree to make profit for me. Edo State should be run like an enterprise, a profit-making enterprise, not a liability, not sharing of money. One of the sins of Obaseki is that he does not believe that there is free money. Most people believe that government money is free. Obaseki disagree. He believes that government money should be used for the people that it's meant for. And that is exactly what he's doing. Good job. People of Ajoke will not talk like this. People of Obe community will not talk like this. People of Orionwo on that axis of Binia Braka Road, where all the roads have been linked to Binia Braka Road, where they now bring their fruits, all their produce to Oka market in Opa, they will talk like this.
Please round up in 1 minute.
who able to go with now, we not talk.
You don't reach now.
They have seen good governance. They see good road. Most of us who live in the GRA here, I drive from here to Aduawa. I drive from here to Oluku. I drive on good road. Yes, flash flood is common all over the world. I will not use flash flood.
No, this one is not flash flood. Go to Adolo. Go to Ukpaga.
Adolo is
yes. Come to Adolo. Less than 6
you.
months, everything has gone back again. Come to Ukpaga. There are areas in supply road. They are not motorable at all. You can't manage them. You can't manage them.
When Aswe comes in, it will continue from where Basaki stopped and all.
No. It's Akpata that will do that. Obaseki is not going to plant his godson there. Edo people will not take it because he's going to continue where Obaseki stopped, and Edo people will not take that.
What a rookie! Don't rule out people who are just because I've been a president of one organization. I have all it takes to govern a state. The state is okay. Because I've been a president of maybe Redeem Christian Choice. I believe I'm governor. I've been president of Geographical Association of Nigeria. Governor. I've been Nigeria engineer, and I believe that I have all it. No state is less than we are talking about stable government.
I think you have had your time, haven't you?
That is why we are rooting for.
Thank you.
As the day goes, I'm going to hang up here.
Thank you. We're rounding up.
Yes,
we are rounding up now. Members in the audience to ask our guests questions. I will take 2 questions before we round up. Members of the audience, if we have any questions for any of our guests on the topic we are discussing tonight, who the cap fits, looking at the governorship election. We have 2 representatives here. We have Dr. Godwin Iriase representing the Labour Party, and we also have Mr. Philip Ehiziojie Eigbe representing the People Democratic Party. So if we have any questions for them on what their party intends to do, any questions ask them, just 2 questions. If there are no questions, we'll take their final word. We'll take their final word in 5 minutes for each person, starting with Dr. Godwin. Dr. Godwin, please, your final word.
Yeah, thank you very much. I reiterate, Olumide Akpata is a man. Is a man, is a guy. So the people who are coming, I mean, it's called contestant, APC, Monday Okpebolo, Aswe Godalo. If you look at it, these 3 leading contestants, you discover that Olumide Akpata is set apart. Olumide Akpata is, my debater said, is it because he has been a president of NMB? It's far from that. The integrity that he displayed while he was the president of Nigerian lawyers, the people are still, talking about. I mean, they are still announcing the testimony today. What he did for them, he put the lawyers in NHIS. Then the lawyers, maybe some of them, those ones that maybe that lost their breadwinner, I think they are giving as much as 2 million naira. This thing were not in place before his entrance into the presidency of NMB. So I see him coming to do that which will prosper Edo State. Aswe Godalo are divided PDP, and I see him doing that if he comes in to rule Edo State. Because if you look at it, the Shaibu, the deputy governor, was skinned out. If that primary was free and fair, no Jupiter would have taken it from Shaibu. But they did a lot of impropriety, and the young man lost the ticket. But the thing has backfired now. The thing has boomerang now. So what I see here is that the people of Edo State, they have seen the discrepancies in Obaseki's tenure, and they see Asue is God's son coming to continue where he stopped. That is why Edo people, they are waiting to reject him at the post. They are waiting to reject that post because a lot of things that Obaseki did, even beside governance, a lot of things he did. See the way he destroyed Kabaka Hotel. All these things are there. Do you know how many people lost their job in that course? So, but we see that a leader should not be so temperamental. A leader should be a listening leader. A leader should be such that he will do what will prosper his people, not causing discordant things that will make people to go back. His agenda, yes, his agenda is not lost. As I said earlier, people who are rooting for his agenda, they are still on board. This agenda is not lost. Other areas, they have our own agenda too. So I see Olumide Akpata coming to galvanize all of them and ensure that every side, every section of the state is carried along. That's the beauty of Olumide Akpata. He has said it in several fora, and I believe him because what he did in NBA, I know he's not going to let us down. So these are many more. Again, the issue of I know why I'm emphasizing the issue of Godfather, because I know what the Rivers people, what they are suffering to do. So please. Hello? Yes?
1 minute. Round up in 1 minute.
Okay. So what I want because the way it is now, they are the one that will decide who will occupy Osadebe Avenue. And Olumide Akpata is ever ready. He has prepared himself. He's the right man. He's the guy. Nothing that Asue and Monday Okpebolo, nothing they have for Edo people. They are going to throw the place into confusion. Olumide Akpata will do what will prosper Edo State, and every one of us will be better for it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for keeping to the time. Okay.
Thank you.
Your final words in 5 minutes.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. As for Igodalo, as he said, to whom much is given, much is expected. And I would rather trust Edo State to a man who has overseen billions of naira or dollars organization without any indictment. Nigerian Brewery. By the third quarter of last year, Nigerian Brewery was said to have their turnover was already over 400 billion. Telebank, their capital base is over 400 billion. Okomu Oil and others. So I would rather entrust Edo State to a man who has been able to manage all these mega portfolio over the year without any state. No single indictment of state. I would rather entrust a man who has been able to oversee the sovereign wealth fund of the nation, deduction from federal government, from state government, from local government, who has managed for 4 years without any indictment or invitation by EFCC. In this day and time, where is free for all, chop by chop, that is the kind of man I want to entrust Edo State to. A man who can manage Edo State fund and manage it predictably to the benefit of Edo people. Edo Commonwealth is not for politicians. Edo Commonwealth is for us. It should work for us. And that's what I see Dr. Ashley would have coming to deploy, to manage Edo. It's an investment banker, just like Obaseki has invested into the future of Edo State, of Edo people, by having by bringing about what we call the Pharm plantation revolution. in Africa, is the largest in Africa. By bringing what we call a creation, by bringing about what we call the
MOUs, they're all MOUs. I call you better.
Fantastic MOU.
No, it's not working.
The Edo refinery is the ethanol plant in Urubu is a product of MOU. Nosa palm oil is a product of MOU. All the Chinese companies you are seeing, the bypass doing ceramic tiles, glass, they are all product of MOU. So many of us should please go back to school and find out what MOU stands for. Are you with me? All the gas processing plant that the Ocean power plant is a product of MOU. So that is what, as when we replicate profitable governance for Edo people, more job creation, good roads, not repairing, not going to do palliative in Ikpoba every time to fix federal road. No, a brand new 4 to 6 lane running from Edo State, from Benin City to Okwila is possible with men like Asulimego who have the reach, they have the long reach all over the world to bring all this to bear on the good governance of Edo State. So I enjoy Edo people, put sentiment aside, put ethnicity aside, and vote for competence, capacity, and capability. And that all this quality I've just mentioned is only in one person, Dr. Asulime Ighodalo. He built his law firm, Bawo and Ighodalo, from scratch, and today is one of the leading firms in Nigeria. That is his own person, that is his own. It's based on his pedigree that all these companies come for him. For this sugar, flour, MBA, selling bank, they all scramble for him because of his work, because of his long range, because of his frugal management of finances. All those voters that have gathered, I call them voters as hyenas. They are you not seeing them? Ijagbonayima, Philip Shaibu. What is that? I see all of these are voters. These are the leech of Edo State resources. Danobi, they've not had access to funds for the past 8 years. They've been starved of funds, of Edo State fund that was free for them before. No more free lunch, no more free breakfast in a government house. If you have no business to discuss, you are a person who don't entertain you.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. Let us just quickly take this question.
In the next minute, he is the right man to be prosperity.
Thank you very much, sir. We'll take a question from Pastor Lawrence, whose hand has been up, then we'll call it a day. Pastor Lawrence, please unmute and ask your question.
Okay, thank you very much, the moderator. I overheard one of us. Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Okay. I overheard one of us, I think it's a PDP representative, talking about palm oil stuff. I think it's a very good one. But my question is, why are we having shortage of palm oil in Nigeria? That's just it. Then generally to a Labour Party and PDP, we know that the party at the center, the APC, how they got to power in 2023, and Mahmoud is still, INEC chairman is still there. And what is the plan to curtail, to stop, to stand, to make sure that votes are counted, and also that the will of the people prevails in Edo State? Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Lawrence.
Let me question. Palm oil in Nigeria. You see, it takes average of about 5 years for a palm tree to start producing. And if you look at some of the palm seeds that have been planted, when I follow the program that was shown by one of the Indian investors, he said in the next they planted in the next 5 years, these palm produce will start producing and they will produce for the next 25 years. That's why I said Obaseki is investing to Edo State future. So give or take, NOSAC that came earlier, I started producing. I bought NOSAC palm oil from Pharm. That was about last month. In fact, I wanted to buy Komu oil, and I looked at NOSAC, what is it? And I looked at Edo State, and I bought it, and I found it's fantastic oil. So one of the MOU that produced NOSAC has started producing. So we find out that by the time all other companies that are into palm produce also start, this shortage will be mitigated, and Edo State we have more revenue from palm produce, even than crude oil.
Palm is a long-term project, and we hope to see the dividends in the coming years. Thank you very much. 1 minute each. So how do you intend, or how does your party intend to check overriding from a constitution?
Just say I love about
1 minute, please, each person. How does your party?
Let me quickly react to that. You see, power belongs to the people, and there are agencies that have the responsibility of ensuring that things are done, rightly. The police are there, the INEC is there. So we of the Labour Party, we want to believe that who we have there at the INEC, their chairman there is repentant now. He will not do the atrocity he committed during the presidential election. We just pray it will be so. But then no party can single-handedly, secure, his vote. So it is the duty of the place, the INEC people, to do the right thing. So now I just hope that this time they will not, disappoint Edo people. I hope they will not disappoint Edo people. Thank you.
Thank you. We are hoping that will repent. So, Mr. Philip, what do you think?
You see, during the Obaseki election, when the situation room that was set up by Godwin Obaseki, I thought it was the INEC situation room. So be rest assured that there will be a replication of that situation room where all elections going on in Edo State will be reported to. As you are voting, it will become. When I saw it, it was a wonder.
Mr. Obi had a situation room too, my co-debater, but we all know what happened thereafter. So it's not a matter of situation room. Situation room is not enough. I just pray.
We pray too much in this country. That's why
okay, what do you want to? Okay, for example, if something goes south, what do you do? You enter the street and begin to
let me finish. During Peter Obi election, why did they not rig it? Let me tell you.
Why did they not what?
Don't say what. Peter Obi, I make sure we voted, I waited, the vote was counted, the vote was transmitted. And I had my own record screenshot of what was done on that day. And by the time they transmitted into the IRF, I checked with it was the same thing that I had that was transmitted into the IRF. So what the same thing that happened in Edo State, did it happen in other states? That is why I told you Edo State
that is why I said there is no party can do anything concerning that. We just pray the party at the central will not interfere in the result of that election. And the agency that is empowered to overlook it will do the right thing, and the police will not be partial. That's all I have.
And vote and protect your vote. Make sure your vote is there. Stay there until it's transmitted.
Because in other states, they seem manipulated. That's why Peter won that election, but you are not giving him. So that's why it's a situation room or whatever.
State Peter will be on landslide victory because people are voted and protected it. Make sure about it. So we are going to do the same this election.
Mr. Philip, we have
counted. Thank you.
All right.
Yes.
We'll be putting a situation room in place. They have done it before. They will do it again, and we are hoping that that situation room will assist the monitoring of the election. That's
With all
fine.
the agents and all the agents, yet the election was rigged.
Very clearly, from previous experience, it is quite difficult to manipulate elections in Edo State. That I know very clearly. Okay, so having said that, I want to thank both of you gentlemen for coming on our town hall discussion series, and we hope to on our program before the elections. We want to also use this opportunity to thank all participants in the town hall discussion tonight. Next week, Saturday, is another date. We'll be having a very interesting discussion, and of course, another personality to discuss with us on the Edo elections and the Obidient movement. So from me, it is good night.